Hello everyone. We are going to see the outline of the structure of a bacteria and the pathogenic factors. This is a simple and crisp topic. Logically says that what is the bacteria and how it causes a disease in mankind. Okay. First of all, we see the structure of a bacteria. Structure in the sense there are different shapes. We can see grossly rod shaped, spherical shaped, comma shaped, coil shaped bacteria are there. Then regarding bacterial anatomy, there is a cell wall. Cell wall is a protective layer like a shell surrounding the bacterium. It is made of different components, differ from bacteria. Importance in cell wall is Gram staining. We stain the bacteria by Gram stain. It is a differential stain. Okay. We differentiate by them by Gram positive and Gram negative cell wall. Okay. You can see the difference between them in this picture. That's all. Then cell membrane is there, cytoplasm is there, cell organelles. Okay. Importantly, nucleus. Nucleus is there. Nucleus, bacterial genomic DNA is there. Bacterial genomic DNA. It is one which operates all the structure and function of the bacteria. Then coming to bacterial appendages, capsule, fimbriae and flagella is there. Okay. Bacterial spores. Bacteria involves sporulation process, that is spore forming process when it is encountered by an unfavorable environmental stress. Once the environmental stress is gone, they revert back to the vegetative form. That is it generates into a bacterium. That is sporulation is like a survival kit. Okay. The clinical significance, the structure of bacteria or the clinical significance of a structure of bacteria. The major diagnostic part of microbiology is based on the structure of a organism only. We can identify the causative organism of a disease by studying the morphology. That is morphology in the sense the shape, Gram positive, that is differential staining, the arrangement of a bacteria, and by antigenic structures, the specific, and by detecting the DNA, we find the causative organism of a disease, so that we can start the specific antimicrobial therapy for the disease. That's all about the structure of the bacteria. Now we see how they causes the disease in humans. Okay, pathogenic factors are there. Okay, it is the ability of the microorganism to cause disease. First, adhesion. Adhesion is the initial event. Adhesin protein attaches to a specific receptor in the tissues. Okay. Then invasiveness. It is the ability of bacteria to spread into the tissues. It can be either there are several mechanisms. It can be by the motility of a bacteria moving from one place to another, disruption of tight junctions. It can invade into tissues, or by cell death and invasion. Okay. Highly invasive bacteria will cause generalized infection. Now here in invasive we must talk about the sepsis. Bacteremia. Bacteremia is a bacteria in the blood. Sepsis means the immunological response to the bacteremia. In this condition, the patient looks sick. It can lead to severe condition called septic shock. It must be the most important cause of deaths in ICUs. Then antiphagocytic factors are there. It is like escaping from the immune system, that is escaping from the phagocytosis. Capsule is the important antiphagocytic factor. Encapsulated bacteria will escape phagocytosis. Cytotoxins, they kill phagocytes. Then other proteins such as streptococcal M protein, K antigen of E. coli, they also increase the virulence of a bacteria. In this case, I want to discuss about the biofilms. Biofilms are also like the capsular polysaccharide. it binds the bacteria to the prosthetic devices. Prosthetic devices in the sense, the catheters. Okay, so the bacteria in the biofilms, they will escape from the immune system, making the disease harder to treat. So the effective way will be the removing that catheter, so that the disease can be treated. Once phagocytosis, the bacteria can escape the killing mechanism in phagocytosis also. They survive in the phagocytosis, not only survival but also travel to the nearby organs and lymph nodes too. That's a spread. Okay. Then we talk about the toxins and other enzymes. Toxins, endotoxins, exotoxins, they all are products of the bacteria. Enzymes all are products of the bacteria. Exotoxins are of several types. They are mainly produced by the gram-positive bacteria. There are neurotoxin, enterotoxin, pyrogenic toxin, and other miscellaneous toxins are there. They will cause the damage to the specific tissues. And endotoxin is a normal component of the gram-negative cell wall. Release of which provokes the immune system, causing the disease. The release may be sustained release from a living bacteria or by dead bacteria too. This also happens due to the antibiotic treatment, by which because it kills bacteria, so it will release the endotoxin, causing the worsening of the symptoms. Okay. And genetic factors in this antibiotic resistance is there. It is a major problem rising globally, so it is important. Then infecting dose. Obviously, adequate number of bacteria are required to cause the disease. So, it is infecting dose become a pathogenic factor. Here comes the terms minimum infecting dose and lethal dose 50. Okay. Then route of infection. For example, Vibrio cholerae, which causes the cholera, which when administered subcutaneously will not cause any disease. Okay. And last but not least, the communicability of the disease. Okay. Communicability of the bacteria can cause epidemics and pandemics. That's all. Thank you. If there is any doubts, leave it in the comment box.